Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. My name is Zizi Lupelwana. So today I'm a little bit calm. I want us to just discuss the Dr. Ndlozi one last time, just before we close the chapter. We really, I think I owe myself that much. Let me not include anybody else. I did a live yesterday and I saw some people saying that, no, let's not dignify this. No, guys, I feel like we there were so many questions that we've had, and also we're questioning why Dr. Ndlozi was quiet. We're blaming him. Yeah, but some of us cut ties with him because he was so quiet. We felt like he was not bringing us into confidence. He was not telling us anything. So, of all the things that we blamed him of, at least we owe ourselves to discuss the answers of some, because he has answered some of the things that we've had questions to. So you can't say no, you can't discuss with Dr. Ndlozi. No, guys, I'm definitely against that. I'm not going to be discussing with Dr. Ndlozi every day, but at least to give myself closure. We understand. So the people who are saying no, you don't have, we can't waste time discussing. You don't have to watch this video, please. Okay, so let's start on the part of why you Dr. Ndlozi was quiet. That's the question that we as fighters were asking for so long. Why is he quiet? Why is he quiet? It makes sense now because he was suspended. And if we are saying he was suspended, guys, for six weeks before the NPA, the NPA was on the 15th. I wanna go to the exact date so that we count properly. The NPA was on the 15th. When did Floyd resign? Floyd resigned August. I think Floyd resigned August. So, okay, because actually when this I'm telling Dr. Ndlozi, but no, that would be incorrect. Floyd if resigned August. I remember right after that, CIC Julius Malema called for an emergency. I don't know if you remember that emergency meeting that was happening in Gauteng. When was that, Ina? Was that September? I don't know. But if he was suspended 6 weeks, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't remember the dates properly. I'm just trying to put the pieces together. So Dr. Ndlozi did not attend that emergency meetup for the fighters. Yeah, but and when we analyze this thing, I don't want us to be unrealistic and inhumane towards Dr. Ndlozi, but I also don't want us to paint him as an angel. Yeah, understand? Because before NPA, I'm taking it back. Before the NPA, I'm taking it back before. I'm taking it back when he went with Julius Malema to kusweleka umntana ka Lebogang, the MEC were ANC. Ndlozi went with Julius Malema and this guy, the ANC president, Youth League, was there. Malachi was there, and we were so happy when we saw that picture. Okay, so our doctor. So, the problem I have with Dr. Ndlozi, and I've had time to reflect. I've had time to reflect and think, Ukuti, what happened? What transpired? Yeah, before he gets to this part where he's suspended, forget it. Let's just put that part on pause. Where Dr. Ndlozi, maybe because now he's saying that he has never planned on leaving the EFF. He has never thought he would leave the EFF. Dr. Ndlozi was caught up in something in the beginning, because that's the time. I remember that time we didn't even think Tinubana he would ever leave the EFF. That time we were just like, Haibo, but huleleni. And that time we were frustrated with everything. But it was not only him. Yeah, but eventually abanye bathetha, even Omkhwebane, they spoke out. Omkhwebane, kanti nabo they were gonna leave. Omkhwebane spoke out and they said, no, we are for the EFF. Don't know, we will die EFF. No. Ndlozi. That's where our frustration began with the Dr. Ndlozi, to be honest. Now I see everybody is making him an angel. No. Before the suspensions, Yebo, that time it was before he was suspended. He had every right to speak and say anything and everything. Even when Floyd left, Ndlozi had nothing to say. Yes, he did not owe us anything, but he had nothing to say. You understand? This is before, guys, the suspension. This is before his silence and the organization tell him that he's not allowed to participate on things of the EFF. He also says something interesting in his interview. He says, Ubana, the fact that he was told that he's a double agent, it's absurd. No. The problem with Dr. Ndlozi is, had Floyd succeeded in destroying the EFF, we would not have the EFF today. How, because he's saying he never thought he would leave the EFF, how would he feel now? Had Floyd won in destroying the EFF, how would Ndlozi feel right now, knowing that he knew? Yeah, well, because he's saying he's not a gossiper. Okay, fine. He's not a gossiper. But how would he feel that he knew that someone all this time was planning and plotting to destroy his home, his political home, and he knew, but he kept quiet? How would he feel now today if we did not have the EFF? Yeah, and so, you know. And again, as much as we like, and hence I'm saying his Ndlozi spoke so well. He did not say anything bad towards us or anything, but again, I still question his loyalty, where his loyalty lie. And again, why was Floyd so comfortable to tell Dr. Ndlozi that he's leaving? Why was he so comfortable to tell Ndlozi that he's leaving? Because I'm sure Floyd didn't tell everybody. There are certain things that you don't tell other people because you are like, oh, if I tell this one, or if I tell this one is going to judge me, so I'm not telling this person. Why was Floyd so comfortable to discuss such things with Ndlozi? Ndlozi, who is for the organization, who says that I will defend the organization, who says that I've given my life to the EFF. I was listening to him now. He says, I've given my life to the EFF. I've done everything for the EFF. And I want nothing but the best for the EFF. Why was Floyd so comfortable to tell Ndlozi that, you know what, I'm leaving? And yes, you are going to say Ndlozi is his friend. There are certain things that I don't tell my friend because I'm like, hey, if I tell my friend this, I know she's going to react. So I'm not going to tell her. Or if I tell my friend this, I know I did, so I'm not going to tell her. Floyd knew that Ndlozi was not going to say anything. Why was he so confident to Floyd? Ndlozi ebesithini yena ku Floyd. That's why I'm saying let's not make Ndlozi a saint. He's not a saint in all this. Yes, I still stand. The organization could have handled things much better than they did. Yeah, and I was listening to on SMW Walsh, the veteran. What's his name, Nanan? I was listening to one of the veterans. They had an interview with Sizwe Mpofu Walsh, and he was saying, I'm going to look for it. And he was saying, the biggest mistake that they did was to suspend Julius Malema. And some of them advocated that Julius Malema must not be suspended, but other measures must be taken. And because he says that also if they had not suspended Julius Malema, he wouldn't have had the mind to leave to begin with. We understand if they didn't expel him, not suspend. What's this guy's name? Matthew. Pause. Matthew's Pause. So I was listening to him, and he says that in politics, sometimes pushing someone away to that extent, suspending him, expelling him is wrong, because that's the time he learns to retaliate. It's the same thing that happened to Zuma, because Zuma was also pushed too far. That's why now he ended up retaliating ku ANC. Kanti if bebemkheshile bamthinje and let him go, he wouldn't have even opened his own party. Do you understand? So I'm going back to this Dr. Ndlozi thing. Mina, the only thing that I'm saying is, I get both sides where they are coming from. I get where the organization is coming from, because they're like, we can't trust you. We don't know if you are a snake or not a snake. The problem with him, Dr. Ndlozi into, is because unfortunately it became known. What about the other people that are in the organization that now, but they've attempted to do things to the organizations that we don't know? So no one is perfect. I think that's where I'm coming from, is like, no one is perfect. And when I say no one is perfect, I'm saying even the people that are there in the organization right now, they are not innocent. It doesn't mean they've not done anything to hurt the organization when they were also angry. Everyone has said. So I feel like maybe we could have had more. And my understanding, listening to him also, is that if he got feedback about his suspension, Tontoni, he was not going to leave the EFF, but he was told that he's under suspension. It went for review, but no one ever got back to him, which is not good. Regardless if you're gonna keep or you're not gonna keep someone, give them feedback. Yeah, but he did do a follow-up. Yeah, understand. So I feel like nyan, it got to a point where even if he wanted to naya ucho uti, I read the room, I tried. Yeah, understand, because I feel like he did not want to leave. I feel like they could have just let him sit at the back. Yeah, but approve his make him come back, be a normal member. He was not in the CCT anymore, which is fine. Let him be a normal member, but so that if he wants to try and work for the organization again, and then maybe in 5 years' time, things all is he can rise up again. But now, chasing him out completely, knowing that the EFF does not even allow, the policy does not even allow you to come back. It's really not nice, because now there's no hope of him ever coming back unless the thing can be amended. Yeah, understand? So everyone is at fault. Honestly, everyone is at fault. Loyalty, it goes a long way, honestly. One thing about you, Dr. Ndlozi, whether you are willing to accept or not, he had to choose between Floyd and the organization, and he chose Floyd. He chose Floyd. From the day Floyd started to talk about, I'm leaving, don't, he chose Floyd. From the day they continued, he knew he still chose Floyd. He chose Floyd. There's no way around that. And no matter how innocent you want him to be, he chose Floyd. He had a choice, and he took it. Even when Floyd had left, and we were all shocked and pissed and angry, he still chose Floyd because he kept quiet. That was before his suspensions. He chose Floyd. Yeah, man. So, I mean, you can really defend him all you want. Yes, he's classy. Because he did that interview with much class. Yes, he did not bash. He did not ill speak about anybody. Oh, he actually said something very important. That is so true. He said that there were times in the organization, especially in the beginning, where if you said something bad about the MKP, you were told not to bash the MKP. It got to a point where you were policed not to say anything bad about the MKP. You couldn't say MKP is an enemy. Meaning that you created that leeway, you created that atmosphere that if umtu is associated with the EFF or the MK, it's still okay. Yeah, well. And now, coming back later, saying MK is the enemy, it's a little bit, what did he say now? It's a little bit kind of unfair, because what he's trying to say is, sifakwe leadership, by MK was our family. Getting as ground forces kudala sasikhala, and we didn't accept it from the beginning. Oko sasikhala said, yay, asifuni le MK because we could see on the ground. So Ndlozi, even though we could see on the ground, but still we could not speak bad about the MK. Yeah, but so the leadership created that leeway. But Ndlozi, I disagree with him. I disagree with him when he says the EFF and the MK are fighting for the same thing. They are both left organization. So you can't say who's gone to the one has betrayed the revolution. I disagree with him with that, because Ndlozi, what I'm hearing, he's still not, he does not acknowledge that the MK seeked to destroy the EFF. He still does not want to go there. But he does say Ukuthi, the leadership is to blame for building a relationship with MK in the beginning and calling MK our family, our brothers. He acknowledges that part, but he does not want to say the leadership now is taking a different stance, because MK has shown us that they're not for us, they're not for building us. They will celebrate when we get destroyed. That's where I disagree with the Dr. Ndlozi, because I see him now, he's maneuvering. Again, if he can't take a stand, because Mina as a fighter, I know that even the MK ground forces that we interact with, they celebrated our downfall. Yeah, they are not for unity. We are not one with them. And Ndlozi is educated for him to say, us and the MK, we've got similar policies. That's not true. That's not true. And for him to not see that the MK was trying to attack the EFF, it's still him choosing Floyd, by the way. It's still him choosing Floyd. Let's see. Anyway, that is my 2 cents. Let's see if he really goes to academia. Ubusiswe Mkhwebane, when he resigned, she said she was going to Ntontoni. And the next day we saw him at the press briefing of MK. But as you see, Ndlozi is an educated man. He did not attack us. There's absolutely no need for us to attack him. But obviously it's closure. I respect him for giving us the closure. And I wish him all the best, man. I do wish things would have ended differently. Not particularly happy with the outcome and the ending. I really do wish things could have ended differently. I really do wish there was another chance and another opportunity for him. Then if things maybe do simoshakale ukubona, I do wish, but I do get it, Kesana. Beaten once, and there's no beaten English. Beaten once, don't, twice, it's your fault. Oh, beaten once, you shy. Twice, it's your fault, Mtaseka. So I get the organization. They're defending. So, yeah, guys. Well, that is my heartfelt 2 cents. I'm closing this chapter. It is what it is, man. Life goes on. Things don't always go the way that we plan them to, unfortunately, even in our lives. Life takes a sharp curve. It goes left, it goes right. That's life. So, yeah, we wish Dr. Ndlozi all the best. I really do wish him all the best. Hopefully he doesn't do anything because Galoksana is again. If he does, after Mkile, once he has left, he starts attacking us. Oh, we will attack him, Tasekai. So he must not. He must hold that respect that is given. Then we will respect back. Otherwise, no bad blood. Anyway, guys, the struggle continues. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. It is free of charge. My name is Zizipo Lupelwana, and this is Simple Politics. This is where we